welcome back. So, Billy, 3 weeks till Christmas. Looks like the real competition is going to be blue.
Yeah, I saw them on the show last week. They weren't very nice about my record.
No, little scamps.
But very, very talented musicians.
Yeah. Billy, I understand you've got a prize for our competition winners.
Yes, I have, Deck. It's a personalised felt tip pen.
Oh, great.
It's brilliant. It even writes on glass. So if you've got a framed picture like, for instance, this one of blue, you can just write on it.
Welcome to Kermode Uncut. We're here at the Latitude Festival with Richard Curtis, writer and director of films like Love Actually. Richard, we've just done an on-stage together.
Yeah.
And I did a thing, top 10 festival movies. And when we came off, you said, how could you not include Robert Altman's Nashville?
Yeah.
Which you why do you love Nashville so much? What is it about it?
Oh, I just seem to remember. I mean, in a way, Nashville's probably almost the strongest genesis of Love Actually, because it's a multi-themed film with a lot of romance. He then made another great multi-themed film, which was Shortcuts, which was all sort of sorrow. But I think I just thought it had more great stuff in it than movies usually do. It was this amazing idea that you could have a lot of stories and just show their best bits.
So are you a big Altman fan? Because I have to say it wouldn't have immediately leapt to mind for me.
Well, I don't know. I think he's made 3 of my favourite films, which are Shortcuts, Nashville, and then MASH. MASH was probably the reason I did my Boat That Rocked movie.
But what's fascinating about MASH is that, of course, you know, you're a screenwriter before a director, and the thing that everyone always says about MASH is that Altman famously would throw the screenplay out. So we don't even have a screenplay. So how does that sit with being a writer first and foremost?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think that that your taste necessarily reflects your skills. One of the reasons I think that I'm more and more thinking that I should retire is I like other people's movies so much more than my own.
You're not genuinely thinking of retiring, are you?
Yeah, I really am. I mean, I just see, I'm very obsessed by this guy called Drake Doremus, who made a couple of movies I really loved, and I just think, well, a Drake Doremus movie takes me 2 hours.
Yeah.
And my movies take me 2.5 years. I'd rather see 100 of Drake's than mine.
Is there any part of you that feels like you've done the work that you want to do? Because I asked you which film of yours you're most fond of, and you said About Time, which is, you know, very touching. It's very sort of deep personal themes, and you know, also it's very comedic and funny. But it's the most recent.
Yeah.
Do you love it the most because it's the most recent, or because you sort of feel like that's your statement, and now you're done?
No, I don't know. I mean, it's just the other things have almost become historical artifacts for me. Do you know what I mean? I don't really know. It's very odd, one's relationship with one's own work. Nothing like children. I mean, I do feel that I'm just sort of lucky at some point in my psyche to have made films that people like.
Do you go back and watch them? Do you? If you say you're on a plane, right? Because on every single plane ever, Love Actually is always playing. You'd never go, I'll just dip into that. I'll just have a look at. There's a bit, you know, a bit of a Boat That Rocked there. I'll just have.
Well, I had this traumatic experience where we were in New York, and Emma said, so there's a special Christmas screening of Love Actually. It's going to be one of these things where hundreds of people watch and they all boo when Heike McCatch uncrosses her legs, and people sing along to the songs, and you should come. It's an absolute sort of
like a Rocky Horror thing.
Yeah, like a Rocky Horror thing. So we booked 5 tickets. We went, and it was just a complete lie. There were us 5. 2 people asleep in the back, 2 people kissing in the front. It was 300 cinema, 9 people watching the movie. So I was forced to sit through the movie, and my kids were just so scornful, 1 of me being there, and 2 of the movie itself. But that's probably why I just wrote this little sequel that we did for Red Nose Day, because I'd actually watched the film.
What's the best, funniest line you've ever written? And I know what my answer to that is.
The funniest line?
The best line in one of your movies. What's the one you're most proud of?
Wow. What leaps to mind is, I think, Rhys Ifans coming in Notting Hill and looking at himself in his underpants and saying, "Chicks like grey." I think that's just now, that's it.
I'll tell you what the actual answer to it is. We showed it, the clip and the thing. The funniest line you ever wrote is "yes and or deck," which got a huge laugh again when we played that. That is a one line. Richard, you know, I'm a really big fan of your movies. watched Love Actually so many times, and every time it gives me great pleasure. Please don't stop, because you know, there's more.
That's lovely of you to say. And can I say, people should go and see The Big Sick, because people are always worried about romantic films and whether or not they're still going to keep going. And The Big Sick is a lovely example of how somebody, which is the story of my life, which was make films about your life, personal things where there's some romance in it. And that's what's happened here. People writing about real events in their lives and making a great romantic comedy while they're at it.
Cool. Good recommendation, Richard Curtis. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Hi, kids. Here's an important message from your Uncle Bill. Don't buy drugs. Become a pop star and they give you them for free.
And I do believe it's a commercial break. Thank goodness. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.